Yeah, I think this is maybe the last example. This is a really fascinating one. This is from the Harvard Business Review article, also in the description. This company that was trying to sell condos to retirees, and people were just not buying condos in the way that the company had expected. And they're like, okay, users are not behaving the way we want. What's going on here? So they tried to talk to interviews who didn't buy the housing. They were random. There was no like clear demographic, indicator of why people are buying or not. Um, but then they talked to people who did buy, and they were like, trying to walk them back to like what was going on in your head as you're making this decision. And one thing that surfaced was once people knew what to do with their dining table, they became a lot more open to making the purchase decision. So they're like, oh, once I figured out I knew what to do with that, then I was good. Okay. And so they're like, okay, this seems strange. Like, what does a dining table have to do with buying a new home, right? Which is like this huge commitment. And dining table is like this little thing. But then they realized that a lot of people were downsizing from kind of big homes, right? And so they were having to give away a lot of things. They were like adjusting to this new phase of life. And dining tables are especially emotionally charged. You've had Thanksgiving around them. You have like all these memories with your family. And so maybe you don't want to just like give it to Goodwill. Maybe you don't want some stranger to get it, right? And so your options are either you like another family member takes it or it fits into your home. And if neither of those two things happen, then the alternative is not buying like a bigger condo. It's actually just not moving at that moment, right? Um, and so what the company realized was they were in the job they were being hired to do was to help people transition into a new phase of life where they no longer had this big home, but had this small apartment and just like a different life. And so with this understanding, what the condo company did was they added a sorting room. So I move into the place and I don't know, haven't figured out what to do with all my stuff. Just have a big room that's available for me, and then I can bring all my stuff, put it there, and then figure out whether to give it away or where it goes in my new home, or what I want to do with it. And for the dining table, they gave 2 years of free storage. They tried to make the dimension, like whatever the design of the condo, so that more dining tables could fit. But basically, they understood that we're helping people kind of transition, and how now, given that there's anxiety around what do I do with my stuff, will my stuff fit in my apartment, where am I going to keep all my stuff as I sort through it, because obviously it's an emotional experience to like throw away all your belongings or get rid of them. And so now they were able to cater to them much better, and it led to like lots of sales, and they covered the cost of offering these extra perks. So just another example of how key it is to know exactly why you're being hired.